Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3. Welcome back to episode 15, I think. So today we are going to be looking at just a little bit of what I have been up to. No? What's the recipe for netherrack? We need a lot of nether quartz. That's the thing that's kind of holding us back, is nether quartz. And nether quartz is 823. That's why I made the mistake. It is 8 to 3. So there we go. We have just over a stack of nether quartz there. If we put in 40, that means we have to put in 15. I think. No? Eight. 3. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Thing. 8. So 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3. There we go. We have now got lots and lots of nether quartz. Now, since I last did a video, I've just been tootling around dealing with my island a little bit. You might notice the anti-barrels vanished. That's because I now have the hopper hock that's picking up items and putting them into the stone drawer. The wooden pipe is drawing the items out and sending them down. I'm not a massive fan of Buildcraft. I much prefer transfer pipes or Ender IO conduits, but gold pipes make it move fast. Clay pipes are ones that try and put it into the nearest inventory. So that clay pipe tries to put it in here. This only accepts loot bags. So you can see we've got 2,600 points worth of loot bags stored. This only accepts loot bags, so all loot bags go in here. There are a couple of loot bags down in the chest because I was messing about with the storage. It then comes down the pipe. All the stuff from the loot bag thing comes down the pipe. These are iron pipes, they're one way. And I set them up using a wrench, which is just 3 iron and some stone. I set them up with a wrench so that they all go direction. And what you need to do is you need to click these ones on the direction you want them to go. So these come this way, and these come this way, and they can't go back. Clay pipe tries to put it in the inventory first, and that puts it into here. Storage drawer, which has stored a lot of things. Then it tries to put it in the anti-barrel, which are things that stack to a stack of 1. So you can see we've got lots of the bows, we've got a couple of flint and steels, we've got plenty of enchanted swords. This can store 100,000 different types of item, and we're only up to 202 types of item, so we're plenty. We've got tons of unenchanted iron armor, which we can just melt, basically. And we've got quite a bit of unenchanted gold armor, which again we can just melt. We've got some enchantment books, nothing amazing. Reaper 5 is pretty good. We've got some potions from witches, some armor, which we can, some horse armor we can melt down. We've got some dark iron boots, some jellies, lots of bottles of mana. It has acquired a taste. Wonder if can I drink bottles of mana? I can drink bottles of mana, but they give me nausea and blindness. Okay. I didn't know what I could do with bottles of mana. Wonder what they're used for. We've got some bits from loot bags. The witch's hat shouldn't be in here. That's a leftover from previously. The witch's hat should be in here. And then down here is the last dumping ground for everything that doesn't have a place to go. And as you can see, there's still some stuff that needs sorting, but most things end up in my final dumping ground reasonably successfully. Let's see what we got. We got a knight's chestplate, increases health by 2, makes us resistant to knockback. And a dragon chestplate, increases health by 4. We also got a Viking helmet and an inspiration weapon. So these can all go into here. So let's just have a quick check what mana bottles actually do. So did that level me up? Oh, it just apparently gives us random buffs. Okay. I'm really not sure what mana bottles do. We'll have to find a way of filtering this and sorting out some of the bows and things like that. But in the meantime, we've been slowly gaining mana over here. We've got our timer set up. Our timer is actually down to 300 seconds, just because of the sheer amount of endo flames we've got. I have set up a group of these bonsai pots, and we're just collecting. We're up to 320 wood so far. And I am just slowly adding wood into each of these furnaces to make some more charcoal as we go. Currently using sticks to burn the charcoal down because, again, like automated bonsai trees create sticks. And although the sticks are reasonably inefficient, we've got plenty of them. The loot bag thing, to generate loot bags, I've got a hopper here. And we just pick the loot bag we want, and then we pull the lever. It pops in 5 of the previous loot bag and then starts depositing it pops in 1 of the previous loot bag and then starts depositing new loot bags of the type we want. Opens the loot bag, and then all the items get sent through the filtering system. The only place they don't go is the loot bag sorting, which makes sense because loot bags can't produce loot bags. So we've got an iron helmet coming through. The iron helmet should go in here and not come out, and it did. So we've got a lot of storage. I mean, there's still storage up there, stuff I need to sort out, but that's very minor for now. And I found that in this mod pack, Enchanted Earth just makes flowers more efficient. It doesn't actually make you immune to the necessity of flowers. So this requires elven items, and elven items requires an Alpine portal, which requires terrasteel. So we need to make ourselves a terrasteel ingot. We need the terrestrial agglomeration plate. So the terrestrial agglomeration plate is 3 blocks of lapis, 1 block of mana steel, and a rune of each variety. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got a fire rune, we've got a water rune. We can make a mana rune immediately, or we can get a mana rune on to cook immediately. Other than that, the elemental rods might be useful, but we need some more runes for those. A chop saw. Let's have a look what we need for a chop saw. The chop saw requires a saw blade, a basic gear, a basic motor, some iron, some wood planks, and some stone. So stone we can get. Wood planks are easy enough to get. And then we need iron, iron lapis and redstone, and a saw blade, which I think we have in here. I think we have a saw blade already. Yeah, we have a saw blade already. So iron, redstone, lapis, and I think that's it. Yeah. So we should be able to just throw one of these together reasonably easily. And there's a chop saw. And this is how we make quartz plates. It requires a saw blade and a gear to work. We do need some more iron. That's actually something we can automate. So we can automate iron using a little bit of gold. We don't currently have any gold, but we can access gold as well. We can automate gold as well. So what we're going to do is pop that there. We are going to put the ingot cast here. And we're going to go... Actually, we should do this from the back. We're going to go like this. And put you in there. And then we can put a chest in the front of it. And we need 2 chests. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put together 2 chests nice and quick. So we're going to automate a little bit of, or semi-automate a little bit of gold and iron production using the mob farm drops. So first thing we need is gold. So we're going to go in here and we're going to scroll down to our gold armor and grab ourselves 5 chest plates. And just throw 5 chest plates in here. That's all going to turn into ingots, and the ingots are all going to get put out into the chest. So that's nice and useful. The other thing we need to do is grind up this nether quartz, netherrack I'm carrying around with me. Which means we need to make the appropriate tools. So I'm all over the place when it comes to thought patterns at the moment. We need 1 more stick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Use compressed grinder. There we go. Some of the loot bags give us supercharged stone that we can't use yet, but it's nice to know that we can get hold of it reasonably easily. So there we go, we've got a nice big pile of dirty quartz, which we can quite easily turn into nether quartz. Which is something we need for our endstone condenser. There we go. So that's a nice big pile of nether quartz out of the way. The chop saw now requires us to make blank quartz plate. And a blank quartz plate is a shorted circuit board in smelter or a quartz pillar block or a quartz block in a chop saw. Okay, that's fine. Good thing we just made some quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can also get quartz if I look up the recipe for quartz. We can also get it from loot bags. From common, so basically from every kind of loot bag we can get quartz. And we do have some quartz sitting in our loot bags at the moment. 2, 3, 4. So there's a basic gear. We need to put this to become a chopping blade because we need another chopping blade. I don't think we have another spare gear. Do we have a spare gear? No, we don't have a spare gear. So we're going to need some iron. And the great thing is we can just pop in here, scroll down to iron, and just get lots of helmets, chest plates, pants, and just throw them in that chest and they will become iron over time. Ah, no they won't because I need a timer, that's why I needed the gold. The one bit of automation we haven't got yet is I need a timer. So I need 4 gold, and that will get me a timer for this, to automate this element. There we go. There's 4 gold. I can go and make myself a timer. I have everything on me, I think, except sticks, which we can make easily enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Rotate. There we go. And now if I pop the timer down here and give it a, say, 40-second delay. Okay, so let's say 70 tick delay. So it ticks, it ingots, it ticks. Okay, so yeah, about 75 seconds. Let's do 75 ticks just so that things with different drying speeds work. So now all we have to do is throw all of our spare armor, iron, gold, etc. armor that we get from here into that. And yeah, we have access to stacks and stacks of iron and gold without worrying about condensing. All we have to do is worry about the amount of lava we've got, and this thing uses up a very, very tiny amount of lava. And we have already got 19 gold in there. We've got coal, diamond, emerald, sugar, What else have we got in here? Huh, the music discs should have gone into the auto stack, I think. Although they may have been in there before I finished setting it up properly. Lapis. We've got some supercharged emerald, supercharged crystals and things like that, which is great. Lots of mana steel, which is excellent. Ah yes, iron. We picked up some iron from that chest, so we should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4 make another gear, and then we can set this thing going because we need a gear and a blade, and that'll get us our quartz. This is reasonably like a clever mod, in that this mod allows you to make a lot of things automated, and it saves you having to use a single rainbow rune. Lovely. It's not like I have 40 of them already. So, making wise, metal cutting machine. What do we need for that? The metal cutting machine requires 2 iron, 2 nickel, 2 stone, a basic motor, and a nickel cutting blade. Well, we did make a nickel cutting blade. Nuggets, lapis, redstone, 2 iron. Should have 2 nickel somewhere. I'm sure I have 2 nickel somewhere. Huh. Interesting. Is my nickel over here? Yes, nickel. And what else do we need? We need 2 nickel, 2 iron, 2 stone. Ah, that's everything we need. Lovely. Let's throw together a basic no, we need a gear. Aha, and this is where we run into problems of just not having enough iron on us at the moment. Do I have any iron dust sitting waiting to be smelted? We have a stack of iron. So I don't know why I am having a problem finding iron, because we actually have a stack of iron in there. That shows that I am an absolute dirthead. So while we've been doing that, our mana rune has finished up. So that's the mana rune we needed. Are things a little bit loud for you guys? Things are a little bit loud for me. I'm just going to tweak those down a second. That's better. So we've got 3 of the 5 types of rune we need. We also need an earth rune. Rune of Earth, which is mana powder, mana steel, stone, coal, and mushroom. So, mana powder, mana steel, stone. We should have a mushroom in here, and we should have 9 coal. Yep. So we can make a block of coal, and we can set an earth rune going in the background. I like to set the items going in the background because they do tend to be a tad slow. Just personal opinion. Although that does depend very much on your setup, I will admit. So, we did complete one. I beg to disagree, game. Okay, I put it down and picked it back up. And now it wants us to make a standard wire and a drill bit. Standard wire is just a copper ingot in a metal cutting machine. And a drill bit is a blunt drill bit in, so nickel. So let's throw a nickel in there. And we need another nickel cutting blade, which we can get from there, and we also need a gear, which we can make. Personally, I just prefer my machines to run on power and or coal, but I suppose that's me. This certainly has an interesting vibe to it. We'll say that. Let's take these pulverized metals as well, because I'm currently putting my pulverized metals over here as I get them out of dust. I get them out of stone dust. And then we need to put that in the grindstone to sharpen it. There we go, we've got a drill bit and some wires. Not bad at all. And some more mob filters. Yay! Love mob filters. Mob filters are the best. Mechanical smelting. Ooh, electric furnace uses parts instead of fuel to function. Okay, so we have a way of smelting things using parts instead of fuel. That might actually be a better way of making charcoal in the long run, depending on how many parts it can use per cycle. So let's have a look at the electric furnace. There are lots of electric furnaces. Let's try furnace. There we go, much more easy to spot. So we need 5 nickel, 2 copper wire, a heating element, which is cupronickel. Cupronickel. Cupronickel dust, which is... Wait, what? I can't alloy things. Copper nickel mixture. Ah, 3 copper dust and a nickel dust. Okay. That's fine. Do I have any nickel dust? No, I don't. I have plenty of copper, I just don't have any nickel dust. That's not a problem. We can make some nickel dust over here. There we go, 2 nickel dust, and we can combine each of those with 3 to make 4, so we've got 8 cupronickel alloy. That's not a problem. And let's top these up to make some more charcoal, because I like charcoal. We're up to almost 400 gunpowder. We've got 23 redstone in there, 23 hearts. We've got 19 nebulous hearts and 20 ender pearls. Yeah, we're getting a decent kind of... I mean, we're even getting a supply of sticks from the blinking thing. I don't know where we're getting sticks from. Almost 800. Wow, 13 stacks of archaic brick. Apparently archaic brick can be used as UU matter later on in the game, which is why I'm not throwing it away. And in here we are getting just tons of everything. I mean, we've even got 14 blacker lotuses we can use for mana in our mana pool. If our mana pool isn't already full, which it's not. There's earth, and then we need air runes. Oh no, we already had earth runes. Dang it! And runes of air are the ones that require a feather and carpet and string, aren't they? Runes of air. Dust, mana steel, feather, carpet, string. Mana steel, dust. Dust, mana steel. Carpet. Do we have any string in here? Nope. Do we have a feather in here? Nope. Those will have gone with mob drops into our... So, feather, 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 feather. And string. Lovely jubbly. With the chicken suit we've got on at the moment, the running speed is quite high enough that it doesn't really matter how far away we are. we can make most journeys quite efficiently. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Set those up and going. Meanwhile, we were cooking up cupronickel to make our cupronickel. Ow. I fell. But that's okay. I don't massively care that I fell. We'll just top up our food. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Excellent. So, electric furnace. Let's have a look what we've got. We need you. And we've got the 2 wires. We just need a furnace, which we can make. And we also need some extra nickel. Ah. That's going to be a minor problem. So nickel powder is glowstone and iron. Okay. I believe it's over here that we get glowstone. And we've got some iron on us, so we can go and make some nickel dust. Pretty simply. And we can get some nickel running. Glowstone. We iron. And we'll get the first bits of nickel running straight away. So we're getting a little bit of automation going, not a huge amount of automation. I mean, the mob farm and the wood being automated are 2 quite big ones. Hey, Dan Philly, YouTube, welcome to Twitch. Thank you very much for the subscription. Well, thank you very much for the follow, I should say. I'm not streaming, by the way, guys. I am recording, but apparently that's up. And Ball Out Nasty. Hello! I'm not... am I streaming? I just need to check to make... No, I'm not streaming, guys. Why are you... I'm confused. Apparently they're subscribing to me even though I'm not streaming. But whatever. Maybe someone just bigged me up on a stream. If so, thank you very much to whoever bigged me up on stream. A magnifying glass. Part of Silent Gems. Might get into... Well, we're going to get into Silent Gems later on. So that requires a copper cable and a magnet, which doesn't seem like it's that hard to provide. So how many smelts do I get out of copper cable and a magnet? Because 3 copper, 2 nickel, 2 redstone. So 4 copper, and some nickel and some redstone. So how many smelts do you think I get out of this? Let's stick a stack of oak in there and see what happens. If I stick a stack of oak in there. Well, first off, it's quite quick. I can immediately see that it's quite quick. But, yeah, requires making magnets. So making magnets, the magnetizer. I don't think I'm going to be massively interested in this mod, but it's certainly a curious mod, to say the least. We'll continue just kind of crafting through and seeing what's going on with these later. Okay, so this needs slightly longer because it takes longer for the iron to dry. There we go. And we're getting plenty of iron out of that, which is excellent. I think I might turn my bag drop on the Type 1 bags for a bit. Just to see what we get. So we're getting catalyzing glands, slime, mana steel. We can leave that running for a little bit. I think I will probably call it here. We will see about, getting some more automation running, getting some more... no, not iron. Iron goes in there. Getting some more materials up and running and seeing where we can go with a lot of the other mods. Because we're kind of at a dead end right now. Because we're kind of... I don't know these mods very well. Like I know Britannia quite well. Britannia, as far as kind of like mystical flora goes, is not particularly bad. We're headed down towards getting this so that we can get that, but we have some decent tools like the Rod of the Lands is quite useful. The Rod of the Molten Core is quite useful. Botanical Brewery, we can make some very nice potions, but I know this mod quite well. When it comes to this mod, I don't know anything at all about it. And as far as I can tell, it seems okay, but it also doesn't seem like a massively efficient mod. Why are half of you not actually active at the moment? Oh, it's because I'm usually putting blocks of coal in there, that's why. I'm usually putting blocks of coal in there, so it's not actually using those ender flames to their maximum capacity at the moment. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I've been the Gaming Droid. This has been Modern Skyblock 3. And that broke already. So we got 16 smelts out. 16 smelts out of a copper ingot? We get 16 smelts out of 2 charcoal. Why would we want to waste multiple copper ingots on 16 smelts? That means we're going to get 32 smelts out of copper. That makes no sense. Thank you all for watching. I've been the Gaming Droid. This has been Modern Skyblock 3, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.